Hello, hello, hello. Today I'm talking about Supergrass and I Should Coco. This was reissued as part of album day on whenever it was, in October 2022 to date this. What date was it? God, I should have got the calendar up. It would have been the 15th. Saturday the 15th of October 2022. So this was reissued as part of Album Day, National Album Day, International Album Day, I don't know. But it was originally released back on the 15th of May 1995. Shall we have a look at the reissue first? I mean, there's nothing to crow about. I think, again, cardstock could be a bit tougher. We have a lovely printed inner replicating the outer artwork. Got some thank yous there. Even Taylor Hawkins is thanked, so obviously that's new. And yeah, it's just a plain old boring black heavyweight vinyl for you. Great pressing if anyone's interested in the sound quality, but then you can't really go wrong with this because it's a very much an energetic romp that doesn't outstay its welcome, weighing in at 40 minutes 25 seconds. It's like I say, a blistering exercise in pop and rock. Again, this was reissued back in I think 2018, but I missed that one. I don't know. I had a bit of a blind spot to it for some reason, so I'm glad that they reissued it again. Back in the day, oh god, I was insanely jealous of Supergrass because they were so young and so good. I wasn't jealous. I just thought they were amazing because again they were a few years younger than me. Mickey Quinn is the oldest member of the group, and the other two, Gaz Coombs and Danny Goffey, are younger, a couple of years younger than myself. So yeah, it was good to see them come on again. This was around, again we're gonna use the B word, the Britpop word. It's funny because the Wikipedia entry I've got up calls them an alternative rock band. There's nothing alternative about them at all. They are pretty trad. And this is what I liked about them because they did reference bands like the Small Faces and the Kinks, and they had a history. They were rooted in British rock music, and but also this kind of punky, urgent edge to them as well. Very good. Again, because they were so young, their songwriting abilities and arrangement abilities were just absolutely astounding. And as a debut, it's an incredibly strong first album. It's still, I played this when I got it, and it made me feel, again, I got a bit nostalgic and I felt a bit old, and I was still like, God, they were good, and it's a really good debut. Again, the title, I Should Coco, it comes from Cockney rhyming slang from the old East End of London. Coco, say so. So it means I should say so. But it's always used in the opposite. So if you said something to me and I say I should Coco, I'm not agreeing with you, I'm actually disagreeing with you. It's a protestation. It's like, yeah, right. That's another translation of it. So that's an interesting, and it's got very distinctive album sleeve as well. Again, it spawned 5 singles. Caught by the Fuzz, which details Gaz Coombs' brushing with the law when he had a little bit of pot on him. Again, being a resident of Oxford, he said this was quite common for the young folks of that area. So but again, it's written in again the songs have a lot of comedy to them. It's a funny little anecdotal song, and it's again, it's got a pop hit. Caught by the Fuzz, I was still on the buzz. It's just catchy, immediately catchy, and that was originally released 17th of October 1994 as a single, and that was like, wow, that was what kind of turned me on to them. Followed up by Man-Sized Rooster, which is, again, it's about a person with a large, member. So these aren't you can see why it appealed to my sense of humour, can't you? you can see why I enjoyed it. Lose It, Lenny, another great single, and of course the epic All Right, which is the clarion call for all youth, because we're all right. You know, it's those days of not having a care in the world and just, you know, being able to do what you want, not being held back by your alien physicality. And it's also a state of mind as well, and it's a beautifully simple song with a fantastically simple, joyous, sunlit guitar solo, surf guitar, and again, Gaz Coombs' brother Rob Coombs appears in the video, and he's also on the album. He plays the keyboards on the album, and he's the fourth member of the group. They are actually a four-piece, but it isn't until their next album that he's like kind of formally introduced. So, but yeah, All Right. It was just such a big single, and again it haunted the charts, and it was really the song of the summer of '95. I remember me and the missus coming back from holiday, and we got stuck in the airport because it was raining, and we just thought, oh, we'll head to the airport. And our flight was late out. I can't remember how many hours we spent sitting in the airport because we had, you know, suitcases. It's one of those horrible incidents where the weather wasn't very good, so we just thought we'd slum at the airport. And I remember being on heavy rotation was All Right on the airport radio. That and Never Known a Girl Like You Before was the other one that was in heavy playback, and I didn't crack. I got close to cracking, but I didn't crack. But yeah, it is a fantastically fast-paced record. Every song on this could be a single. Again, the shortest track is a mere 2 minutes. We're Not Supposed To, which is a funny little kind of sped up. There's a lot of comedy and humour in this, and this is why I like them. Longest track 6 minutes 18 with Sofa of My Lethargy. But yeah, like I said, listening to this again, blimey was I'm going to say it one more time. The 90s was the last great decade, because, you know, wow, even the shit music of the 90s was good, you know. This is an old man getting nostalgic, you know. But yeah, I heard them, you know, when they first broke with their singles, and was impressed. Again, they were on TV, on MTV a lot, and seeing them live, and I just thought, God, these guys are going to be good. And I followed them. I've always followed them since then, and it's been good to see them come back, because they kind of disbanded. They was due to bring out an album called Send in the Drones after their Diamond Hoo-Ha Men album. They was going to do a follow-up to that called Send in the Drones, but it never happened, and they kind of drifted apart. We've seen Gaz Coombs have a solo career, which I've not been that keen on. Danny Goffey, though, he's the one. He's had quite an interesting career, and you can hear where a lot of the humour and a lot of the arrangement of The Grass comes from. Again, it's another. I think he must be responsible for some of the arrangement, or at least some of the lyrics of the band, because he's had a couple of albums out now, Van Goffey, and he's got that was one of the projects he had, and he's got a concept album coming out in January, I think, next year. It was meant to be coming out like this month, but they've put it back a bit for reasons. But yeah, I'll be covering that because it's a concept album. 2023, we get a concept album. Should be interesting. But yeah, do check his work out. But it's been kind of overshadowed by Gaz Coombs' solo career. And of course, Mickey Quinn has been touring with a number of bands and been active at it. But yeah, it's good to see them come back together. And they played Glastonbury recently this year, and they appeared at the Taylor Hawkins Memorial Concert, and they're such a tight live band. So yeah, Supergrass have always been a band I've always followed and always enjoyed, and like their energy, and I like their humour. And yeah, they could have been the British Monkeys. You should read up when I was talking about meeting Steven Spielberg, who wanted to cast them in a TV series where they was going to play fictionalised versions of themselves at the height of their career. Now, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? It sounds bonkers, but yeah, that was a thing. They actually did meet with Steven Spielberg to discuss becoming like the British Monkeys, and they were going to do a TV show. But alas, it never happened. And there are some interesting stories about them going to Hollywood and and being perplexed by the whole thing. It's like, what, us, really? So yeah, it's been reissued again. Do check it out, even if you don't buy this. Go and listen to the stream or whatever. Supergrass, I Should Coco. If you like energetic, fast-paced pop rock with some good old-fashioned British humour in it. I mean, just the title alone and the cover, I just think they're great. Maybe I should do Supergrass. Maybe I should cover their catalogue. Maybe I should, because I said they're a band I've always followed and I've always enjoyed. So that was it. Thank you for watching. That was I Should Coco by Supergrass. There's only one more thing left to say by National Letters, and that is ta-da!